Good, 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 good. Well, thank you very much for the 10-minute invitation. Today, Western Union history is larger than life. I normally say that, and I'm going to demonstrate that again. Today, I'm going to share a story about how Western Union impacted the southernmost point of continental United States. Some other people call that area the Conch Republic. Some other people call it the original, the OG Margaritaville. And we're talking about Key West. Key West. First, I'll start sharing three celebrities who decided to make Key West home. Number one, we're gonna, here. Okay, the first one went from being a writer to become the star, the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine. He sold millions of records. He was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this guy is a very, very same Jimmy Buffett. So Jimmy Buffett loved Western Union and loved so much that he had an album that I have here. It's called the Coconut Telegraph. And when you see how he advertised, you can see some resemblance of a company that you may be aware of. Star number two is a massive storyteller. His master story, The Old Man and the Sea, allowed him to get the Nobel Prize. And he also is a very important Key West resident. And yes, Ernest Hemingway house at Key West is like a mandatory destination. Down here you can see me and my wife, and I'm not bragging, but yes, she's my wife. So we have this letter, and she's here, babe. Thank you. So if you visit Key West, there's the only place where you can see cats with 6 fingers. It's incredible. So he wrote a story that's going to let me introduce the next celebrity. He wrote The Old Man and the Sea, and if you're a sea person, you know what a marlin means. It's like the Holy Grail. It's like a hole-in-one if you play golf. That's the best. So in that story, this Cuban fisherman basically found a marlin, fight for him for hours, for days. And at the end, he comes back with the marlin, and the sharks just ate it. Sorry to spoil the story if you have to read the books. Here's the book. So what happened at the end, when he arrived, he's destroyed. He fought with the marlin for days, and his apprentice asked him, like, how you feel? He said, well, I'm destroyed, but I'm not defeated. And this let me introduce my next Key West celebrity, the schooner Western Union. How many of you have never seen the schooner Western Union, please? Nice. So right now it's my honor to introduce to the world famous, glorious schooner Western Union, the Key West flagship. The schooner Western Union is more than 100 feet in 6 minutes. And 100 feet of wood, iron, and sailor ship. It's a fantastic piece of art. But Western Union didn't start with the schooner. At Key West, it started in 1867 when they laid the Cuban cable. And right here, directly from the archives, the same kind of cable they use at Key West. And that cable landed right at that. Do you see that little house? It's called the Cable Hut. It was also owned by Western Union and was the node that connected all the telegraph system of the United States with South America, Cuba, Panama, Puerto Rico, everything laid down there. That's landmark number one. Landmark number two is the Western Union office. It's still there at Green Street if you have the opportunity to visit, close to the Valley Street. And the third is the cable storage tanks. Do you see that special shape? Because that was the best way they found to store the cable. And recently, they spent $200,000 to recover the city of Key West. So Western Union is a brand very important for the most joyful piece of land in the country. And the fourth is our very own schooner Western Union. It was built in 1939 to provide service to 30,000 miles of this very same cable. And this is how it looks. This is a map, we have it right here from the corporate archives. It's the Western Union transatlantic cables and connections. And if we zoom in the Caribbean Sea, everything in red was maintained by that schooner. Every single thing there. Yeah, very impressive. Something happened about that. It was not just technical issues. In 1961, it was Fidel Castro in Cuba. John Kennedy was in the White House. And the schooner happened to sail from Puerto Rico going to Key West. And this came up on the news. This is the New York Times. Navy was ready to use force when Cubans halted United States ship. And you know, yes, it was a schooner. President Kennedy sent 8 jets like that and that very same destroyer to bring the schooner back. So was a survivor of Cold War, if you want. Eventually it became like an entertainment boat, hosting parties and sunset sails, even weddings. It's documented that 2,200 couples got married on the deck of the schooner. And I found this picture. The woman in the left is Ernest Hemingway's grandchild, Margot Hemingway, and Jimmy Buffett. Check the floater. 3 celebrities in one picture. That's the very same year was included in National Register of Historic Places and even participated in the movie Amistad by Steven Spielberg. With all these achievements, the governor of Florida, Rick Scott, designated as an official state flagship. But something happened in 2014, didn't pass an inspection. And after trying to get the money, fundraising, grassroots, didn't happen, so it was sent back to a dry dock. And last year, my wife and I decided, like, why can't we go and take a look by ourselves? And after going through permits, authorizations, everything, this is what we saw. Hard to see, right? So immediately I went directly to the Port Authority and find out that the arch was also removed. And when I asked where it is, what happened here? They said, oh, we're protecting that for the future, etc. So we walk out the island and find out where it was, here. Just next to construction debris and dumpsters. Yeah, thank you for that. So, and if that's not just enough, this February, this came up in the news. Key West Western Union schooner could lose the state flagship designation. And 5 weeks ago, Governor Ron DeSantis decided that it was a good idea. Shipping Tampa replaces a schooner Western Union. Yeah, a big boo for that. Well, you're not gonna get in trouble with the governor. So this is a takeaway. 1 minute and 20 seconds. And the schooner has all these achievements. All those are huge marlins. The last selling ship built in Florida, pioneer in IT support, even a movie star. So we can bring back what the character Santiago from Ernest Hemingway novel said. The Western Union, you know, it's a huge representation of what we brought to Key West. We not just brought technology, progress, we also brought human connection. We brought joy to the most joyful place in America. So at the end of the day, we can say that the schooner may be destroyed, but will never be defeated. Thank you.